Hi everyone, this is Aman. You're watching me on techmyhire. Today we have Yochana with us. Hi Yochana.
Hi, Aman. How are you?
I'm good. She got placed in Delta X company. Let us know her experience. Firstly, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, friends. I'm currently pursuing my fourth BTech from Goodlow Engineering College and in computer science as a major stream. And I got placed in Delta X.
Yeah, so can you share us the entire process of this Delta X?
Actually, the Delta X placement process is of three steps. The first one is MCQs, and the second one is coding round, and the third is interview round.
Okay. So is it on campus drive or off campus drive?
It is an on campus drive for us.
Okay. The whole interview process have been done on the same day or on the different days?
The whole process was completed in a day.
Okay. So you said that there is a first round which contains MCQ. So what is the main aim of that test? What are the areas touched?
Basically, the MCQs are of 50. They are of technical related,
Okay.
Python and normal OES, DBMS type. And
Yeah.
we
Does
would be
they?
giving
Yeah.
45 minutes of time to solve it and complete them.
Okay. So don't they have aptitude questions? They are only on technical bits.
Yes, it is only on technical.
Okay. So what is the minimum criteria? Do you know any minimum criteria to be selected in this round? Like how many bits
Uh,
you have to answer right?
I think we have to answer the maximum number of questions correctly, and we have to. They would be selecting us based on first come first serve basis. So
Okay.
we have to mind the time in which we are solving the questions.
Yeah. So is it a open book exam or it is a in proctored exam by we contain CC cameras and all, or it is an open book exam?
Mm, I think it is a proctored exam only.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So how it is it in the difficulty level, like out of 5, how it is the test?
It is easy to moderate.
Okay. And then coming to the second round, coding round, what are the number of questions? What is the number of questions that were asked?
For us in the coding round, we were given 5 questions and of
Okay.
120 minutes to solve the questions.
Okay. So, what are the areas touched? Like whether they are asking on strings or data structures or heaps. What are the things they are asking in the coding part?
Okay. Basically, in the coding part, we are given the OOPS concepts and
Okay.
one of the question I remembered is the constraints for correct email address without using any inbuilt functions or
Okay.
like regular expression tools. We should code the
Okay. So
program.
somewhat this question is related to strings. Somewhat related to strings.
Yes, somewhat
Yeah.
related to strings, but not entirely.
Okay. So this is how many questions you have to solve in order to crack this round? Do you have any idea?
I think it would be based on not how many problems we are solved, but the process we are following, the flow. Basically, the company mainly focuses on the flow and the way we used to solve mainly, and at most 4 questions are needed to solve. I think because in
Yeah.
my case, I have solved 4.5 questions.
Okay. So are there test cases to be passed or they're checking logic?
Initially, first, in order to get shortlisted, we have to solve the test cases, and
Okay.
later, in order to get selected into for the interview round, they are checking the flow. I think both are needed. Both plays
Yeah.
major
Okay.
role.
So out of difficulty, how would you rate the questions?
I think they are from moderate to difficult because we should not be using any inbuilt functions or anything, right?
Okay. So is it a language dependent exam or language independent exam?
It's language independent exam. We can choose
Okay.
any of the language we are friendly with.
Okay. So how much time it took to have the interview?
Um, there is a 3 hours gap between the coding round and the interview process.
Okay. What is the entire duration of this interview process?
Uh, I think you might be shocked to know, but the interview is pretty long when compared to
Okay.
other companies. It's
Okay.
from 60 minutes to 120 minutes.
60 minutes. That's quite unusual. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So after this technical round, do you have HR round or they are connected on the same round?
It's all combined into one round.
Okay. So what are the questions asked? Because it's almost 60 minutes, then there would be a lot of technical questions. So what are the questions asked? What is the pattern?
Yes, initially in the written test, like the coding test, as I said earlier, we have given 5 questions, right? Among those 5 questions, we would be giving one of the question, and we have to solve it again, and we have to explain the flow. And if we have missed any of the test cases from which they have given, then they would be asking the particular condition, and they would be asking, and if they, I think they are thinking how well our problem solving skills are.
Okay, they are pre-checking your answers, like how is the answers are quite written by you, how you are solving your approach. They're checking your approach.
Yes, they are mainly focused in it.
Yes, okay. Then what else? Other questions were asked, like OOPS. Are they were asked OOPS and any other technologies?
Yes. They would be giving another coding question,
Okay,
which we have to solve in live, and we have to explain it also. And they would
okay,
be questioning us why this, why that, not that, and
okay,
we would be also, maybe we have to shift from our thought to their perspective also in some cases.
yeah, okay,
And later that they would be they have asked questions related to database management systems like SQL
okay,
queries, and later they have asked to design the UML diagrams and all.
okay. So while coming to the database queries, have they given you any tables or any other thing, or they just asked you some basic queries?
Actually, he gave me a scenario which
Okay,
I wanted to construct it on my mind in order to
okay,
solve the query.
okay. So based on the scenario, you have to on think about that, and you have to write a query. Okay,
Yes, I think in the whole interview run, they're testing our pre-programming skills in live,
okay.
and they're also testing our imagination skills also.
Are there any other questions that were asked except this coding and database questions?
As I said earlier, they have asked me to design some classes.
Okay, UML class
Uh,
diagrams, right?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Have they gone through any aptitude related questions, or they just stick on to the technical part?
During the whole interview process, they just stick on to the technical part only, and they are. I think this company is mainly focused on our coding skills.
Yeah, is the interviewer friendly, or like it's quite strict round, or it's a friendly round?
I think I couldn't judge the interviewer, but
Okay,
he's not strict and not so friendly.
okay. Are there any HR related questions were asked at the end?
No, but if we are panicking, then he tried to cool me down.
Yeah, okay. Then you said that the HR round is also in the same interview, right? Is there any HR oriented questions like about locations and all, or it's just a technical interview?
Yes, they have asked me to whether I'm ready to accept any location or not, and whether I'm ready to come to office to work or not. That's it.
Yeah, so they haven't asked you any HR questions like scenario based questions. They haven't asked you any real time scenario based questions.
No,
Yeah, okay. So how do you rate this interview out of 5 in the difficulty level? Like it almost took 60 minutes, right?
I think I would rate it to 4.5.
Yeah, it's quite hard. So do you think a normal graduate could crack it without having good fundamentals?
I think it's impossible because during the interview round itself, they're giving us the coding questions which we have to solve in live. They are from lead code some coding platforms
Okay,
from lead code and code chef and all. So in the coding examination also we have to solve 4 out of 5, right? I think
okay.
it's harder number without the basic programming knowledge and practice. We couldn't do that in just 120 minutes.
So how do you give suggestions? Like how do you suggest? What do you suggest? If it is this is a difficult interview process, right? So how to crack these kind of difficult processes? How do you suggest some things to people who are trying to crack the jobs?
I think I would suggest them to more focus on technical part on their programming solving skills, and they have to practice more on DSA and OOPS. That's it.
Yeah. What are your sources? Like you have learned all the things from the bottom. So are there any sources like, as you mentioned, Leak Code as a coding platform earlier, are there any sources that you commonly use to learn?
I think Gigs for Geeks and Tutorials Point and CodeChef and Lead
Okay.
Code are main.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing experience with us.
Thank you guys, and all the best who are trying to crack a job and get placed.
Yeah, thank you everyone. And a small request from the techmyhire team, as always, please do subscribe our videos because watching itself could not help us. So please do subscribe to us. Thank you.